100 miles south to an all-too-familiar rival.
And Hank Pona's Hilltoppers are figuring things out, heading to the final stretch of College USA play. We'll have more on that journey next on the Extra Point.
Pass is caught, one-handed grab. Are you kidding me, Dalvin?
Dug him with space, inside the 10, looks to break the tackle, and he breaks the end zone.
Dominate on 3 with 3 times.
They will keep it on the ground with Wales. Not only will he get the first down, he'll get the touchdown and the championship.
Use it for Rogers for 3 for the win. Western Kentucky doesn't break.
The grass is red in Kentucky. Holy moly.
The Hilltoppers are champions of Conference USA. Bayless, no look to the corner. McHenry, great shot, works the baseline.
Shots in a row, trying for 5, and they got it. Oh my, they are on fire.
McHenry, hits the up and under.
Get the ball in his hands and he will make something good happen. Lander tries the 3 and answers for Western Kentucky.
Trying to inbound. They do, and the 3 out of the corner is good.
Wow, a lot of teams can say that. McHenry with the steal and lays it in.
The shot clock. One-hander with English.
Welcome into Studio 2, home of the Extra Point. I'm LJ Cawthorn, joined by Eli Thompson. Happy Valentine's, my brother.
Hey, happy Valentine's Day to you, and hey, maybe you'll have a better one than me because I didn't have any luck this year. Okay, but let's go ahead and dive right into some college basketball. I think the tops are looking absolutely star-studded right now, especially kind of with the way that I'm hoping that to see them grow after these 2 losses that we just saw. But
yes,
let's take a look at those Jacksonville State stats and how they were able to just be this close to pulling out the victory. 14-10 obviously on the season now. Lander, 30 points in the loss to Jack State. And then Jerome Pierre Jr., absolute star, 28 points. And then one thing I noticed was only 2 bench points from WKU. And I think the stamina, the adrenaline is what killed us against Jack State. Everyone got tired, and I think that's the main problem.
Absolutely. I mean, you on the road, you play the top team in your conference, which is really good. But those guys, they need to win this game like that because you're trying to build up and get to those standings. So as you are on the road, you got to remember, hey, I'm not a builder anymore. I've got to do a lot better as I'm not on the road and my fans are not here with me.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that Western has for them is a Don McHenry. But Jacksonville State had another player that was kind of the answer to Don McHenry and ultimately played a little bit better in Jerome Pierre Jr. Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here? 9 for 18 from the field, looked absolutely amazing. 3 for 8 from the three-point line, and he's Conference USA Player of the Week, and I think we can go ahead and say he's going to win Conference USA Player of the Year. He's looked so good, and he's the main reason that Jacksonville State is winning these games, the main reason they're first in Conference USA. He's been able to do so much for this team and running the court, facilitating the ball. He knows how to play point guard, and he knows how to be the star for this team.
I absolutely agree. And if you can look the way he was dressed, man, that's pretty old school. So you can tell he played some old school basketball versus WKU last Saturday. That kid is really great at what he does. 50% from the field goal, not bad at all. That is really good. That's probably above his average. The 3-pointers, not so good, but he got the average by, attempting a lot more. So, I mean, as you attempt a lot more, you got a probability of hitting a lot more.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And now let's take a look at what Coach Plona said in his press conference about how Diddle makes the difference.
I do think from Thursday to Saturday we learned, and you improve and you try to figure out some things, and kind of where we left it was we're 1 possession short of beating the first place team on the road. So obviously we've looked at that film and try to improve in certain areas to be able to close those games out and come out with wins. At the same time, you also try to take the positives that you can and move forward into a big game this Saturday night versus Middle Tennessee. So we'd much rather play in Diddle than play anywhere else. I think we've had more success than not. At the same time, you don't win just because you play at home. We're playing Middle Tennessee, Sam Houston, Louisiana Tech. I mean, these next 3, are very talented basketball teams.
You heard it from Coach. You don't win just by playing at home, but WKU does have that chance to do that this Saturday as they do look to bounce back after losing to Jackson State on the road. And, I mean, they play Middle Tennessee State, so that must be a very big momentum for them. As we can look over and see how MTSU has been doing, they are one of those top teams that it's your rival. But, hey, They're pretty good, so you got to look out. As they're sitting third in Conference USA, they also dropped a game to, Jack State, so that's not bad on WKU's end either. As Justin Porter's one of them great guys, and he's helping, with the 71.3 points per game, which is fourth in Conference USA for MTSU, as they are allowing 70 points per game. So, hey, it's a win or lose situation in that point. It means your defense is not doing what they're supposed to, or your offense isn't either. And I will say WKU can give your defense some problems.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think WKU's defense is so strong, and they're so good at what they do. They know how to disrupt players, and they know how to break up the court. But let's go ahead and take a look at Justin Porter and what he's been able to do for Middle Tennessee. His stats have been amazing. Almost 18 points per game, 41% from the field, 42% from three, and he's putting up good performances in every single game. He knows how to play ball. I don't think he's as good as Jerron Pierre Jr. for Jacksonville State, and I think that's where Western might have the advantage and might be able to pull off the upset. But Justin Porter is a really good player, and he knows exactly how to space the floor, how to do all these little things and all the little pieces that a basketball team needs to win. But I think Don McHenry's better. I think Don McHenry is the Justin Porter stopper. Don McHenry can run the half court better. He's faster. He can shoot the three ball better. And that's why I think Western has a good chance to come out on top.
I agree, but this guy's really good at shooting threes. You just seen the percentage, second in Conference USA. So that's one thing WKU is going to have to focus on, is driving him off the line. You do that, you win this game. It's a reason he's good, because he's shooting those good threes. And as we look at it, MTSU has everything going for them as well. Isam Mustafa, 9 rebounds per game. That guy, if he gets the rebounds, he gets the offensive boards, MTSU has a chance to win it big in Diddle, which is very hard. Cam Weston, he's 4 assists per game, but it shows if he's diamond, he's getting the ball out to the players like that. Like, for example, Justin Porter, who's a very good three-point shooter. You get him the ball, you may win. MTSU hopes is live for you.
Absolutely.
Hilltopper Basketball continues their success after winning an overtime thriller over Jacksonville State at home last Saturday, and man, was that a fun game.
And get an inside look at how the Tops will take down Middle Tennessee State University this weekend.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Shoot quite as many as Jacksonville State, and there's the first three, and bottom by Gill.
WKU defending these layups well. Meade gets inside. Beautiful half spin. Cuts it the other way. WKU's lead is down to 1. Here goes Hayes inside. Kick out Meade. Wide open for 3. Lady Toppers get an answer. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Acacia Hayes. Left side. Spins back right. Slips past the defender and score.
Big play by Hayes.
Left side. Mead, right wing, fakes the pass. She is wide open for three. Bang! Isolated on the baseline, wraps around, flips it up with the right hand and scores it.
Tough shot, too.
Gives it to Telegny. Telegny, free throw line, kick out Mead. Wide open, mid-range jumper, buried.
Anybody possibly play any better than Alexis Mead?
WKU is able to escape in overtime.
LJ, the Lady Top stood strong against Jack State in the OT thriller. What do you think they did to kind of pull off the game? What were some of the key components of the game that you saw?
They made adjustments, man. You know, the three-pointers, you know, stopping Jacksonville from doing what they're pretty good at. That's a big change in that game in the second half. As you'll hear Coach Collins talk about it later on. But, man, you had your seniors step up big time. You know, you had Destiny Salary, you had Alexis Mead, who had quite a game. As you can look, she had 29 points, 50% from the field, 75% from three. Man, she can really spray it down if she needs to. 9 rebounds for a girl her height. That is very impressive. I mean, you know, point guards are big dogs on the court. For her to get 9 rebounds and lead the team, that's very impressive.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think 9 rebounds just goes to show that any point guard that really wants to be out there and really wants to hustle can do anything, and that's exactly what she did. She looked really good, and I think one of the main things is she's able to kind of control the court. She knows how to run a half-court set, and I know I've said that a lot, and I think Western's good at developing those kind of players, but knows how to run a play, knows how to get it to the open person, and she knows how to score. She knows exactly what she's doing, and I've always known that any point guard that somehow comes out on top with the most rebounds, you know they had a big performance, and Alexis Mead proved that to be true in this big overtime win against Jack State.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, she went to the doctor last weekend, and, I mean, they told her, said, your x-rays came back, and turns out you got the dog in you. So I'm going to let you know, Alexis Mead is a dog, and she definitely is a player you want on your team.
Yeah, no, absolutely. She is a player that you want on your team, and I really think she is so valuable to this team. But aside from her, I think another player that's really good is Josie Gilvin. She knows how to shoot the 3-ball. She knows how to get open. And she knows how to play some defense. And those are really all you need. If you can hit shots and you can play defense, that's the first thing a coach looks for at college. So I think she's a big part of this team, too.
Well, you know, Coach Collins says she's that battery bunny. So, you know, she's Energizer at her best.
Absolutely. Big energizer for the team, and that's kind of what this team needs. I think the boys and the girls both have good energizers, and that's what makes Josie so strong.
Yeah, well, nobody knows her better than us. Well, nobody knows her better than her coach. So let's hear from head coach Greg Collins on how both seniors Alexis Mead and Destiny Salary leadership helped the team play solid basketball in overtime.
You just got to find a way to gut it out, and they showed as much guts as you could ask for. And yep, they shot the ball better than Jacksonville State shot the ball better than that statistically, but we've been known not to get out on shooters, and we will keep working. And they got busted at halftime about that, and we just got to. And then they were driving and backing us down in the paint and getting shots at the rim, and we weren't making the floor tight enough those drives. And so we just got to keep working. But
LJ, we just heard Coach Collins talk about the strong points of this team. Now, how are they going to do the same thing that they did against Jack State in the thriller overtime win? What are they going to do in MTSU to get those same results?
They have got to fight. I can't say what they will do, but I got to say what they've got to do, and that is fight. This team, MTSU, they're number 1 in the conference for a reason. WKU beat them at home. That is nice, but MTSU is sitting 10-0 at home. So, I mean, that home court advantage is good for everybody in this women's side of the conference. So, to beat them, you got to bring your A game.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Middle Tennessee has looked so good this season, and they're a really well-rounded team, and they've always been at the top of Conference USA. And I just think some of the things Middle Tennessee is good at, such as field goal percentage, opponent field goal percentage and what they hold their opponents to, and then what they hold their opponents to and behind the three-point line. And that's kind of where Western stands out some of these games is free throws and the big threes they hit. And I just think that Middle Tennessee is going to have a really good attempt to try to stop what Western can do on the court.
I agree. I mean, they got great, phenomenal defense, and they're good for a reason. So, I mean, WKU going to this game, they're about to fight. I know I keep on saying fight, but you got to do that playing a great team just like MTSU. As you can tell, their first Conference USA, they're sitting on a 6-game win streak. Like I said, 10-0 at home. That is really good. And, I mean, if you look at it, to me, a Scout is a really great player, but don't forget about that big girl, 6'7", Anastasia Bodareva. That girl can go. She has 15 points per game. I'm sorry, it's updated right here. 16.2 points per game, 4 for the Conference USA. The big girl can rebound. Come on now, she's 6'7" for a reason. So, I mean, second top for USA, 4 blocks per game. Man, is that the full team stat or is it just her? She's really good at what she does.
I think that's got to be a team. No, I'm just kidding, LJ. That's her. Literally 4 blocks per game, absolutely outstanding. And I think you kind of put it best. We thought she was averaging 15 points per game. Turns out, drops a big game, 16 points per game now. It just goes to show she's constantly getting better. She's constantly going up. And that's what I think makes them so good. But heading to the court, to the softball field, the softball team had some early struggles in the first 5 games of their season, but they were able to pull out 2 big wins this morning.
Finally, it's time to hit the panic button. Next on Extra Point.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here.
Wait.
What?
I can't drive.
Why?
My.
Oh.
WKU Softball has been looking for a spark to get them started at the beginning of the season. The team went 1-5 in their opening weekend series. Eli, man, it's been crazy, but these girls are very young. What do they have to do to, bounce back and, become better towards the end of the season and, as they're moving on in the far middle?
No, yeah, absolutely. I think the main thing that this softball team has kind of been struggling with is they don't really have a leader. They've been kind of searching for that person to be able to push this team forward and make them kind of stand out. And Coach Tudor has been searching. And you have good players on the team. You have a Macy Masters who could potentially be that person. But before we get into her, let's kind of look at just what the softball team's been doing so far this season. They're not batting a super great .231. Their ERA is a little bit high for pitching, which isn't very good. You have almost a 4 ERA, not the best. And then lost to EKU and Georgia Tech twice. And I just think this team, like I said, looking for the leader, and they need to get better at the pitching side. This team has really struggled with pitching, and I think this morning we saw some of those big improvements when they got the win. However, I still think there's a lot of problems with this team. And as you see on the screen, is it time to hit the panic button? I don't think it's time to hit the panic button, but one player I want to let you talk about is Macy Masters. She's been so good, man.
Man, she's a force to be reckoned with. Look at it, .429 batting average. That is decent. 6 hits and 2 home runs. Okay. You're moving. I understand what you're trying to do. I understand what you're trying to do, Macy Masters. 3 RBIs. That is very nice, but hey, team, I need a lot more out of you.
Yeah, no, she's looked good. And LJ, softball definitely isn't at its peak, but do you think it's time to hit the panic button on this team?
Well, Eli, man, I got a call this morning saying you might not need to push that panic button just yet, as I just received news that the Lady Top Softball had walked into Troy, Alabama, and taken Game 1 versus Southeast Missouri University. I was like, okay, are they back? And then I heard they won a Game 2 as well. Well, hey, maybe there's something prevailing, as Maddie Woods had her first complete game, So is she somebody that you start calling on a lot more? That's my question.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You do call on her a lot more, and I think it's because when you put up a good game like that, that really goes to show that maybe you found the answer to this team, maybe you found what the team was missing. And I think whenever you lose, when you start the season 1-5, you kind of have that push to want to get a big win, and I think that's when they walked into Troy and decided, all right, we're playing our tails off. We're going to get this win. And not only did they do it once, they did it twice, and that's what made this team so good, LJ.
Man, I'm looking forward to seeing what they'll have to do, mid-season and going towards the end. But, hey, let's go to the diamond. Baseball, let's start the year off on a high note as they open up against Illinois State. The answer everyone wants to know is, can this veteran team make noise in the Conference USA, Eli?
I mean, I think that this team has a good chance to make some noise in Conference USA, and they did end up losing the game to Illinois, and I just think that's kind of one of those things where, Illinois State, sorry, and I just think it's one of those things where you just started the season, you're rumbling out the kinks, you got to make sure everything is in place, running smooth, and it's a veteran team. I don't think they're really struggling, but
well, Eli, I'm just getting, I've just
sounds
been
like
told
they came back and won.
They got the W, 9-7. Congratulations.
Wow, that's impressive. They were down 7-2, top of the 8th. We go on air, and I just received news that they came back and won. Absolutely insane. And LJ, what were kind of some of the things that you think made this veteran team, like I was saying, end up coming back and winning?
Well, hey, I've got to start by saying it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So, shout out to you guys for that W. But anyways, this team is very experienced, so it's no question that they was able to get the W out. As last season they came out and they was 36-22, which is really good. 15-9 to Conference USA play, and you got the guy Peters, the Gonzaga transfer. So he knows a little something. He's been on the higher level.
Trayson Peters is good, man.
Yeah,
he has a lot to offer to this team.
And then Lazama, man, that .309 batting average, that's not bad right there. But hey, I know somebody might end up doing a lot better this year for it.
Absolutely, and I think that this team really has a lot to prove this season. And now that they've got a win under their belt, they can kind of start pushing to some of the good players that they have. And Ethan Lazama, he's going to be absolutely star-studded for this team.
Yes,
I think with him coming back under Coach Reardon, they're going to be able to do a lot. When you have a player with these kind of numbers, 9 home runs, 16 doubles, 42 RBIs last season, I mean, he's a batter. He knows how to swing the bat, he knows how to get on base, and he knows how to score.
Hey, I'm just saying, when Coach calls on him, he's definitely going to pick up that phone. And that's exactly what he's been doing last season. So, hey, high school basketball is next, though, Eli. So, tell me what we got.
Yep, unraveling. We'll get a little bit of a closer look at district play.
Will the teams in District 14 prevail, or is there a new top dog in the 4th region? Stay tuned here on Extra Point to find out.
Bring it.
Timeout, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
McAfee for the tie. Got it in!
McAfee's feeling it right now over the three-point line.
Finds an opening on the left side. Up for two. Basket and the foul for Deuce Bailey.
From Warren East all the way to South Warren and all through the land of Southern Kentucky. High school basketball is a hot topic this time of year, and as district and regional play approaches, it's coming down to the wire in the 4th region. And for many teams, they take a look at their rosters for next season, and they just wait for November. Yeah. But for others, crunch time is just now getting started. And now let's take a look at some of those Tuesday night highlights from around Warren County as district play closes out. First off, girls Warren East versus Cawthorn. You can see right there the big three from Morgan Thompson. And then once again, Madison Lawson hits a three of her own. This Warren East team has just looked so good. And I think it's the main thing that kind of projected them in this game. As you see, Cawthorn takes a timeout. Early struggles did not go their way. And once again, Madison Lawson hits a quick layup, gets the hit from downtown. This Warren East team is just pushing, all gas, no brakes, and then boom, the block from Collins, and that block kind of sums up how this game's going. Once again, Madison Lawson kicks it to her sister Kennedy for a three. And I mean, LJ, we're just talking about a whole bunch of threes from this game. Madison Lawson, she had 1,000 points. That's something you don't see very many players do. This Warren East Lady Raiders team is looking so good. As you see, Lydia Jones closes it out for the big win. Warren East 91-25.
On the boys' side of that doubleheader right there, you know, the Raiders looking to break their 2-game losing streak as the Colonel's 4-game hot streak may be in trouble. As you see, the three is knocked down by nobody but Cortavion Maxey. Nice shot, fella. And then Brendan Bratcher answers with a strong drive to the basket. Look at him go. Student section letting those Colonels know we're going to have to win to get through us. Brendan Bratcher finding a lane, driving it, and it's blocked off the glass. Man, Tyson Martin, look at him go right there. Coach Terrence Miles doing what he does in practice, and that is teaching them guys how to play some defense. Look at him get down like that. And then the spin move by Jalen Crane. Is this football or basketball? Nice mid-range. Brendan Bratcher with the three, telling Crane, what you can do, I can do better. Russell Williams with, if you're looking right, bang, there we go. Roof raiser, let them know, hey, Warren East, it's your house, but I'm raising your roof. And then Davion Galloway sealing the win with a three from beyond the arc, and that might just do it right there for Raiders. As you see after that, big block. Man, that is really nice. Kenya Martin says, not tonight, my friend, but also does Cawthorn. Walks out with the W. Man, what a game it was. 66-47 as their streak is going to 5.
And this week's Game of the Week features the South Warren Spartans and the visiting Cumberland County Panthers. And although there was little start at the beginning, little action, Noah Woods gets the offensive rebound and puts first on the board for Cumberland. And then Aiden Branham gets a quick floater for Cumberland County. And right here, this is when South Warren gets started. Raritan gets the ball, takes it straight to the hoop, and he's not able to convert. Gets the big offensive rebound, pass it over to Bryce Button, and he gets a quick floater. And that's what keeps the game close. Plays like that all game. And one name you heard for the Panthers, Ray Harwood, gets the offensive rebound, puts it right back up. And now, once again, Owen with the crossover right off the glass, and he looked so good. And then right here, you can see South Warren stays in a closely contested game as Brandon Perkins, the freshman, gets the layup. And Ray Harwood says, not in my house, Raritan. I don't care who you are. But that Hall knows a little better. Hits the pump fake and hits the layup. And then, once again, you see Perkins gets to the lane, dishes it to Bryce Button, QB1 as some like to call him, and he gets the quick little bucket. And then as the game dwindles down, Woods puts up a little two for Cumberland County. And now, game tied 66-66, tie, ball game. Byron Crawley had his name called, hits not one, but hits both of the free throws. Cumberland County comes out on top 68-66. And now, LJ, these teams have been looking so good in the 14th and the 16th district, both these teams right here in the 4th region. And I think that one thing that really stands out is South Warren has been on a little slump, and South Warren's never really a team that people really look at. They're more so looking at the Bowling Green Purples and the Warren Central Dragons. However, what do you think that maybe some of these teams have to offer going into this district tournament in the 4th region tournament?
Well, if anybody's ever watched South Warren play, they know Coach Carlos Quarles wants some boys to shoot them threes. And man, he's giving Bowling Green and Central a tiny little scare. coming into this season, letting the guys know, hey, you ain't gonna just beat up on us. You got to play us. So if our three is the game you want to play, we can beat you at it because it's our better game, not your game.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And switching over to the girls' side, I think the rankings have been pretty 50-50 coming from the EP side of the rankings. And let's take a look at some of those rankings from the girls team and what they've been able to do all season. And why don't you go ahead and talk about that #1 team, Franklin Simpson alumni right here. LJ right beside me.
Well, let's just say them ladies are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. It's the reason they're sitting in the top spot in the 4th region. I'm going to say it. They will not be touched. These ladies have prevailed, and they've showed exactly why as they beat Bowling Green Purples by 21 points and beat Barron County in double overtime. That was a great game. And speaking of double overtime, the #2 team, it's the reason why they're #2. Them ladies played hard in that game, and they're trying to let you know, hey, we want a spot. We might not be top, but we're top 2.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And one thing, I had Barron County going into that game. I really thought Barron County was going to be able to come out on top. And double overtime, Franklin Simpson gets the win. And the one thing that's scary about that is usually you don't beat a good team twice. So if Franklin Simpson is the top dog and they're the top notch, when these teams potentially meet up in the regional championship game, will they be able to get the comeback this time?
Eli, I think that Franklin Simpson's still going to stay on top because, my thing is this. You have a player like Larisha Cawthorn, no relation. She's hard to guard, man.
Absolutely.
And Chloe Smith as well, who's really good. But on the boys' end, you got to talk about how well these two teams who stay playing each other in the championship, 4th region, how well they are this year as well. As you can look, Warren Central stays at 1, Bowling Green is 2, Clinton County, those fellas did take a hard loss in the region to Russell County last night. But man, is Clinton County a team that you got to, look out for in the 4th region?
I don't know if they're the team, but I do think Warren Central and Bowling Green are the top dogs. However, it seems that high school basketball is not the only thing we're debating about today, LJ.
Up next, it's time for friendly debates and hot takes. That can only mean one thing. The leg game is Nets on the extra point.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think.
You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to the extra point, and it's time for the fan favorite, delay a game. Each contestant, they'll have 40 seconds to argue their point without interruption, and after the 40 seconds are up, they will both get to defend their points. Now we have our debaters, Hannah Hamelback and Alec Fouch, two big Lexington people, so I don't know if I should be here or not, but we got the first matchup, Auburn versus Alabama tomorrow. What have these teams done in the season to kind of project? Who's going first?
I'll go ahead and start us off. I am going to go ahead and say that Alabama is going to take the cake tomorrow when they play the Tigers. I happen to think that the quick offense that they rely on is going to overpower the relatively strong defense that Auburn has going for them. As you can see, they have 90.2 points per game. I believe that is number 1 in the SEC. They really, really heavily rely on their guard play, so they're going to move down the ball, move down the floor quick. It's going to be very apparent to see how Mark Sears, probably the best pure point guard in the SEC, is going to take charge and knock down those Auburn Tigers.
All right, well, I have to take Auburn. They're the number 1 team currently. They are the 5th ranked. Okay, you're talking about offense, and I get it. You need offense to win games. But they're the 5th ranked defense in the SEC right now. Alabama is the worst ranked defense? Yeah, that's correct. They are the worst ranked defense in the SEC right now. Not only that, but they have a really deep roster. For example, their 6th man, their 6th leading scorer, Chaney Johnson, he dropped 20 points against Vandy. Also, not only that, they're 37% from the 3-point right now. That's 3rd in the SEC. Bama's 3-point defense ranks 4th worst in the SEC once again. And obviously, you can't talk about Auburn without talking about Janai Broome. He is just absolutely dominant. I mean, he is top 2 in the league right now.
Yeah,
He's top 2 in the league, no question.
Whatever you are talking about, Janai Broome is balding. Everybody can see that hairline from national television, from the stands. All right, it's not going to be much of a competition, in my opinion. I just think Alabama's that much better.
I love that your argument about it is that he's balding. You can't argue that he's a good player. Mark Sears
he
got
transferred
benched
from
last
Morehead
week.
State.
Mark Sears got
He
benched
transferred
against
from
LSU
Morehead
the entire second half
State.
because he sucked, because he was playing really terrible.
Gosh. This guy's coming in from the foothills of Kentucky and is going to be the leader of this team. You don't know what you're talking about.
He's leading rebounds. He's leading blocks. He's 2nd leading points.
Me and you both saw Auburn lose to Florida that badly, okay? Even Kentucky beat Florida. They have no chance. The Tigers have no chance when the tide's going to roll in.
At the end of the day, Alabama just chucks up 3-pointers and hopes it goes in. So
it usually does.
All right. Now, the next question is, are we buying or are we selling St. John's? Which one?
I'll take this one. I'm going to have to buy St. John's. Honestly, I think that Rick Pitino is such a good coach. He knows what he's doing in the 2nd year. I mean, let's see, year 1 at Kentucky, he was 14-14. Year 2 at Kentucky, he was 22-6. With St. John's so far, year 1, he was 20-13. Year 2, he is currently 21-4. He is a 2nd-year coach. He knows what he's doing. But just looking at some of the points, St. John has no losses by more than 3 points this entire season. I do know that they just lost to Villanova.
Wow, really
Wednesday.
taking one of my counterpoints there. Wow.
They did. I know that they just lost to Villanova. But that is still remaining true. They still have not lost by more than 3 points this entire season, which is something to note.
Blah, blah, blah. I am going to go ahead and sell St. John's.
Oh, see, he wants to buy.
Excuse me. Yeah, their defense is good. It was close. All right, listen, their defense is good. Yeah, they're a top 10 team, whatever. But they rely way too heavily on their starters. They have 3 guys putting double figures up a game. They're all starters, and they average less than 5 points a game from every single man on their bench. They also have about 11 turnovers per game, which was very, very conclusive in that deciding game against Villanova. And come on, they lost to unranked Villanova. This is not the Villanova of days past with guys like Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart. Those guys are losers, to put it frankly.
I don't know. Well, first of all,
so you can't even come up with anything. You're laughing. You can't come up with anything because you know I'm right.
Well, all I can think about right now is the fact that you said, I want to buy St. John's when that's not what you're supposed to be talking about. I think that deep down you know it too.
Listen, I took an economics test today. I was talking about buying and selling and supply and demand all day. And I'll tell you what St. John's is short in supply of. Points on the board. They need people to score, and they are not going to be scoring at all the rest of this season. I think they're going to be a first-round exit, personally. And I think if you actually do buy this team, you're going to be in the wrong.
All right. You guys both got your points across. You know, I think he wanted to buy him too.
I
I'm not
think
gonna
so
lie.
too. I don't know.
I would buy him. It's
Guard.
Rick
It
Pitino.
caught me off guard a little bit.
But let's go ahead and talk about kind of where Pitino got his name from. I mean, the one and only University of Kentucky. Now, who is better, Otega Oweh or Lamont Butler?
That's a scary question. And I have to say, go Tops, but we're UK fans, and so this is a big deal for us. But at the end of the day, not who's better, because I don't think you can compare it because they're two different players. But when it comes to the player that's the most valuable, I'm gonna have to go with Otega. Right now, he has scored, or this season, he has scored over 10 points in every single game. He is the only person that is doing that right now. He's scoring 16 points per game, and let's be real, Lamont has missed, and you can correct me, I don't know the exact number, missed 5 games now. You have to be healthy to be in an MVP conversation. I think that's just like MVP 101. You have to be healthy to be in that conversation. At the end of the day, he's just such a versatile defender. He is so good on every single end. He can play almost every single position.
Time's up. I was gonna let you go like a second over, but I
thought you had 40 seconds, not a minute and a half.
I'm gonna keep talking to someone stop me.
I think that's
you gotta stop me.
delay game.
Besides, whatever
you go, Fouch.
Whatever
Your turn.
she is spewing, I happen to think that Lamont Butler, who is my favorite player on this roster, he is, besides Mark Sears for Alabama, the best true point guard in the SEC. He actually averages 1.8 steals per game on the defensive side of things. In the 2 games that he missed recently, Kentucky had 3 steals combined. When he came back, he got a steal off of the opening tip and had 3 steals in that game. All right, this man is going to ensure that we can bring the ball up the floor. And if you didn't know, he's made a bit of a name for himself in the rap game. He uses the app to pump and shop, all right?
I'm sorry, but I'm looking at Lamont Butler as a basketball player and not as an NIL deal. So, and that's how I'm looking at Otega.
Well, he's pretty good at both of them, if you ask me.
Otega has his own chant in
Does he?
Arena.
Oh, how's it go?
Away, 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 away.
Oh,
he has
my
his own chant.
goodness.
Where's Lamont's chant? He doesn't
Lamont
have a
puts
chant
his chants
because he's not
in the form
consistent,
of
because he's not
poetry.
there,
Poetry
because
that
he's
comes
so
in the form
injury-prone.
of music.
He's so
He is a
injury-prone.
rapper.
He's not even
Have you ever
there.
heard of Mont Butler, the greatest
God I
rapper
haven't, because
in
I don't want to.
2025? I mean, I guess you're just missing out because this guy is the real deal. I honestly prefer to watch him on the basketball court, but I do think, he's got a little bit of musical talent. Better than a little chant
all this
in
aside,
rock.
and if we're just going to be talking basketball, Pope did say that Oweh is in the top 7th percentile right now of consistent players. And where is he saying anything about Lamont right now other than when he's going to come back from injury?
Go cast it. I have no idea what that means.
Anything other than coming back from injury?
We gotta push.
That's the only thing that he's talking about anymore.
We gotta push. Lamont Butler, LiAngelo Ball, best rapper, we don't know. Up next, though, we'll take you inside of the practice of one of the top teams in the state. Stay with us as we go behind the lines with Franklin Simpson, Lady Cats basketball team.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay.
Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
It's no question that the Franklin Simpson Lady Cats are a top team in the state, and with a team full of experience and depth, it's no surprise that they're the region favorite this year, and that Rep Arena is calling their name. Sports Director Cole McIntyre has more.
Our coaching staff, they enjoy our atmosphere and our culture here at Franklin.
Inside these walls,
We call it building blocks. Build on from the day before.
there are plans to build a path to Lexington.
This year is really precious, which is why I feel like we're going to cherish it and we're going to go out with a bang this year.
But a road to Rupp Arena is 16 years in the making.
Our goal is to still go and win the region, but it's further this time as we want to get the state and we want to make a far run in state.
In Franklin, Simpson girls basketball hasn't been in a state Sweet 16 since 2009.
Great talk, great talk.
And that talk around Franklin Simpson is growing. The Lady Wildcats sit at first in the 4th region and hold the 5th spot in the state.
If we're having a bad game, you can't ever say that we aren't working hard, and I feel like that just describes us a lot.
But there's another word to describe this team.
I just want them to remember me as a dog, like somebody who's always getting after it. It's about having grit and being a dog, and that's been kind of embedded in our play, is to be a dog, be tough.
Coach Tremaine started that a couple years ago with them, talking about he wanted disciplined athletes with grit.
And now, this team of Lady Wildcats is full of dogs.
Sometimes the goal is to stop me from shooting threes, but once I see one go down, it's barbecue chicken from there, so.
They're only a couple of weeks away from the postseason, but this team
Look where you're at.
has their sights set on a run at history.
Well, LJ, I will say that that's a special team they have there, and I just think all the components that go into it and all the culture they're building on that court, on and off the court, I think that's what makes them so good and so powerful. What do you know a little bit more? That's where you went.
Well, Eli, yeah, that is where I went. Barbecue chicken alert? Dogs? Hoo. Them Franklin Simpson Lady Cats have it in them. And that's why I'm thinking a lot about this year because, well, it's a bittersweet moment for all of them. They have 7 seniors. So what they're going to this year, it's no looking back for next year. It's this year. This year is those girls' year. And they have prevailed against a team like Bowling Green and Barron County. And I mean, Larisha Cawthorn, no relation, like I said. I'm just playing, guys. That is my sister. 21 points per game, 11 rebounds per game. And Vanessa Ray, she's great at what she does as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Definitely a special team. But if you didn't get enough of Fouch versus Hamelback, coming up is your chance to hear Delay of Game NBA edition here on the Extra Point.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What?
I can't drive.
Why?
I'm high. Oh.
Welcome back to the Extra Point. It's time for our second delay of game. Each contestant will have 40 seconds to argue their point without interruption. And then after that, they'll go at it. Tonight, we have Gus Warren, the familiar foe, and the rookie, Phil Clark. Gus, who's going to take MVP award this? He's got something. Who's going to take the MVP award this season,
Shanghai,
Gus?
it's for you.
Oh, okay, sure. Guangdong's calling, buddy.
You don't even pull your phone up. I haven't heard a ring.
The Tigers are calling.
What'd you say, buddy? This child is talking over you.
Who's got the MVP this season?
Who's got the MVP this year? Oh, that's easy. Nikola Jokic going to go for his fourth.
He's joking.
Oh, dude, shut up. But he is currently averaging a triple-double, 29.6 points, 12.7 rebounds, 10.3 assists. That's only been done by 2 other people. Russell Westbrook's done it 3 times.
Where is he now?
Jokic is about to do it. He's his teammate. Shut up.
Yeah,
Once
on
again.
the bench.
And Denver is currently 35-19 after having a very slow start to the season. This team would be tanking for Cooper Flag if it wasn't for the Serbian man that cares about horses more than basketball. That's another thing. This is just a hobby to him. This isn't a job.
Exactly.
Whoever you were arguing for is trying his heart out, and he's still going to lose to a fat man.
Who I'm arguing for is your guy, Mr. Kentucky Wildcat over here, SGA. Obviously better than Mr. Joker.
I can't be fat boy Luka Doncic.
But he's averaging 30, Gus. Averaging 30, more points than Jokic. How can you say he doesn't deserve to be in the conversation? He clearly.
I already said that. I say he's not going to win it.
He's going to win it, Gus. But anyway, he's on the best team in the West, the OKC Thunder. Where's Denver? Where's Denver? I don't think anywhere near close to that. No, not even close. 10 more losses to them. I don't want to hear nothing about the talk. SGA doesn't deserve it. Of course he does. Point guard's more important than the center.
That is funny.
Way more important.
Because
team
the
leaders
point
at the
guard
one
is more important than your center. That center runs point guard for the Nuggets, buddy. Do you watch basketball?
I do watch basketball. And I'm saying Shea's better because he is.
I don't expect anything less from a Cavaliers fan.
Here we go, Mr. I love the Celtics, but I'm from Kentucky. Hey now. What are we saying?
18 rings to 1. It took you, 50 years to just get one?
LeBron did it, and guess who's going to win another title? LeBron.
He didn't even catch it.
Exactly. Right here, the Cavs.
Oh my God. Holy Anthony Bennett. Oh my God. This guy is the worst bust in the first overall pick in 2013. Oh my goodness. But yeah,
SGA's winning it.
He is not. You said he was on the best team in the West. Who was the best team in the West last year, Phil?
I don't know.
It was the Thunder. Do you have
short-term
memory loss?
The Thunder.
The Thunder.
And you're right.
Who lost
plays
to
for
the Mavericks?
Who plays for the Thunder?
Who lost the Mavericks last year?
Well, all right, fellas. We don't exactly know. We don't exactly know who will win it right now. We'll find out later. But does LeBron James take home another title, Gus?
You know what? I'll let you go. I'll let you go for this one.
No. I'll let you go.
No, be my guest.
Somebody's 40 seconds on the board.
You know what? I'll take it. LeBron is the greatest basketball player of all time. How can you say he's not going to win another title? He just got Luka Doncic, who were just yelling at me saying that, he just won. He just went to the finals last year. LeBron James is easily going to win another title. Maybe not this year, but in the next couple of years, he will win one before he retires. Easily, he might come back for Cleveland. You never know.
I wish I was as delusional as you.
Hey, he might. He might. 2016 over again. I don't care. But hey, LeBron easily is going to win another one. I don't know what Gus is going to come up with some BS points about this, but nothing. No way. LeBron will win another title.
You did say one thing we can agree with. He is the greatest player to ever touch the court. He is our sunshine, our glorious king. But I will have to say, Pookie Bear does not win another ring.
Pookie Bear will win another ring.
And you said the Luka Doncic trade. That is great. That is a great piece. But they don't have a bench. 2020, they had a bench. They had dogs everywhere. Kyle Kuzma, Alex Caruso, Dwight Howard,
and they won.
everywhere.
And
Kentavious Caldwell Pope.
Yep,
Pope. and they won a ring. They don't have that this year. What do you expect? Jackson Hayes to put up 6 points? Gabe Vincent to get paid $100+ million to do cardio? What are Luka and LeBron going to do when it's...
They're going to cook.
Yeah, they're going to cook. They're going to cook. They're going to lose to 7 to somebody in the West. And another thing, he is 40. He has said multiple times this year he doesn't know how much longer he's going to go for. He's going to have 1 to 2 years. And honestly, if Bronny James was my teammate, I want to retire too.
Gus, you just brought up the best point. Why wouldn't he want to win with his kid? Why would he not want to take his kid to the NBA championship?
His kid's not even touching an NBA floor.
He's a dual contract.
Yeah, and that dual contract is going to the G League. He needs to put the fries in the bag like Joshua Block.
LeBron needs to put the fries in the bag.
Bronny needs to put the fries in the bag.
Bronny's going to carry the Lakers. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, wow. You're delusional. Oh, my goodness.
Bronny's the best prospect to come out of USC since Evan Mobley.
Oh, my God. LJ, get this guy out of my face.
Oh, my Lord. He really said that.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, the best prospect to come out of USC.
This is why I can't argue with children.
Mobley.
See,
Evan
I am
Mobley,
a Big Mac. You are a
Cavs.
fillet of fish. You are nothing to me. You are on the dollar menu. I am something everybody wants.
Guys.
All right, well, as much as I love LeBron James as a player, we cannot talk about him all day. But I believe that you two have a favorite team, correct? So,
yeah, I mean,
who do you guys?
Yeah, better hat than Celtics.
Well, fellas, that's all we have for today. I'm sorry, but as always, it's up and it's
good. Phil sucks. Phil sucks.
Bring it.
Time out, guys. I'm late to dinner. My mom's gonna kill me. Catch you guys later.
Mom wants us home. Okay. Bye, guys.
You guys need a ride?
Sure. Yeah. All right. How about some one-on-one?
I gotta go eat, man. Sorry, I'll see you later.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back, and April Fools, we're not actually ending the show. LJ, got anything to say?
We're not gone for too long, but we do have a special going for 2. And we talk about these fellas all the time because they work extremely hard, but I'm going to go start with it. I've got Cole McIntyre, and anything he does, that man is great.
Including a triathlon.
Oh, triathlon, absolutely.
You have Cole McIntyre.
I have Cole McIntyre. Do you want to know why I have Cole McIntyre? The guy is 6'4". He's probably got a 40-inch vertical. I'm not going to test him right now. He's probably hurting from, working around, sitting around all day. I ain't going to test that part. But, hey, the guy graduated from Larry A. Ryle.
I'm telling you right now.
They produce nice athletes. And Cole, I mean, hey, if you ever want to give this up, I'm sure you give basketball a try or football a try because you're pretty athletic.
Have you ever seen Cole do anything athletic? He can't jump over a credit card.
I seen him play wiffle ball. I seen him play wiffle ball.
Yeah, I saw that too. But I don't think he was playing wiffle ball with us. I think he was just kind of holding the bat with us. I don't really think he was doing anything.
He was doing the towel. He was swinging the bat.
Let me tell you why Ryan's going to win. Ryan is faster. Ryan is stronger. And Ryan can throw a mean punch. And I know you can't hit in the triathlon, but if you get him with an elbow, I'm telling you, I think Ryan swings out the win.
I don't know about that because, you got to think about it. Cole's got long legs, so he can just run around all he wants to. I'm going to tell you right now, heart over height, sweetheart. Heart over height.
Well, as much as I wish we could talk about triathlons all day, we wish everyone out there a happy Valentine's Day, including you, LJ.
Hey,
it's up and it's good.